yeah, but how much of that is the mind, right?
Mm, mm,
How much of that is the mind, the choices that a person makes, those little
mm,
bits that add up, those little things each day. You know,
mm,
as I said this before, like 4 minutes a day difference in the sunrise and the sunset, well, that creates spring, summer, autumn, winter.
mm.
Big changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the same is true. Same is true in our lives, right? It's you know, like one bottle of beer
Mm-hmm.
a day
Mm-hmm.
is only one a day, but that's 7 a week. It's 30 a
Mm-hmm.
month. It's
Yes.
365 a year. Um, the numbers don't lie, right? Right? Right. People lie, but the numbers don't. That's why we have doctors, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have doctors to measure, the measure the blood count level, measure. I don't know all the different things that are measured, but I know they are measured. So they check the numbers. Is it high? Is it low? Is it enough? Is it not enough? And they make their decisions, recommendations, prescriptions based on those numbers. Um, so the the statistics are important, right? Um, it doesn't matter how you feel about your business. It matters that your business makes a profit, that the numbers are okay, right?
Yes.
Right. So uh, numbers numbers matter. Numbers matter. Don't worry about being so big. Well, maybe you should worry about things like that
Mm-hmm.
because life is going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, it's going. It's interesting. But here, as a final note, I do know one interesting statistic. It's that if you are slightly overweight, slightly, a little bit overweight,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to live for longer statistically. If you are a little bit overweight, you
Mm-hmm.
tend to live for longer. And I think this is because the body can use the extra fat that you have
Mm-hmm.
as
Mm-hmm.
energy
Mm-hmm.
when you are sick or ill or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So um, yeah, it's all interesting. It's all very interesting. I don't know. I was talking this week. I did two interviews with businesses for my
Mm-hmm.
new project, and one of them was a technology business, and the other interview was a personal development coach, similar to a lot of the work that I do. And I was talking with the personal development coach about how everything that everybody needs, they have. Right, right. Everybody has
Mm-hmm.
got yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
just here's my mobile phone with the little pieces of tape
Oh. Mm-hmm.
holding it
Mm-hmm.
together so it doesn't fall apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, well used, well used device. But
Mm-hmm.
not not good to get it wet now. I don't think.
Mm.
'Cause,
It's
um,
okay.
um, so
Mm.
we were talking about how everything is everything is here for us,
Mm-hmm.
and yet there are still so many problems. Still so many problems. She sees this or she saw this on a personal individual level, and I see it with businesses and companies. The company has everything it needs to be successful,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
but it's not working properly.
Right.
in so many organizations, it's not working properly because people's minds are not right. You know, I heard a speech by an American motivational speaker called Les Brown, and in the speech he said that everywhere where I speak, I can tell you one thing that is true everywhere.
What?
And he said, in every room, there are more people having problems here than having problems here. So it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you go. There's always more people having problems here than having problems here. Yeah, there's more problems in the head than there is in the pocket. It's very, very interesting to see how people stop themselves from being successful.
Why?
Why do they do it? But
They don't know how be successful.
No, it's not that. I think it's something more simple, and I said this many years ago. It's the choice between love and fear. And people choose fear because love itself is too scary for them. It's too frightening for them. They don't feel ready for it. And so they choose fear. They choose to keep themselves inside themselves. They choose to hide. They choose to not communicate. They choose to wear a mask. Something that I have noticed very clearly, very recently, is that most businesses do not exist to make money. Most businesses do not exist to make money. They exist to mask the part of the personality that people are missing. Every business and every job is a mask for a little piece of your heart that is not there. Everyone is a mask. Whether people understand it or not, and most of them don't understand it, your choice of job is an external expression of your internal pain. Whatever you choose to do, it's not random. It's not random. It's specific. It's driven by deeper than subconscious, unconscious mind. There's the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious. And what you choose to do with your life is driven by the unconscious mind. Deep. We're not even aware. We don't even know that is happening. Your conscious mind is what you know that you know. Your subconscious mind is what you know, but you're not aware that you're using it. And the unconscious mind, you have no idea what's happening in that part of the brain at all. You don't even know that operation happens in the mind. And the job, every job and every business is a mask to cover some element of personality that
Mm.
that a person does not want to express or does not want to show
Mhm.
to the world. Everyone, 100%, right across the board,
Mhm.
100%. Myself, Yanka, our friends, the people I work with, the people I meet. I've met hundreds of people from hundreds of different businesses, and because there's some part that's missing, you have to do something to replace the missing part of the personality. And nobody's complete, right?
Mm.
Nobody's
Mhm.
complete.
Mm.
Nobody's complete. There are no
Yes.
complete people. Right?
Mm.
It's just the way
Mhm.
we are. We are works in progress. We're always incomplete. But the job is what's filling that missing part of the person or personality or persona or character. And it's true for everyone. And so many people have so many problems in their work, but we have to understand these are not work problems.
Mm.
These are all business problems are people problems,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah.
why are they people problems? They're people problems because the work is just an expression of the internal personality system.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. And that's why psychologists think they can match this person to this job.
Mhm.
Because they're going in and looking at what's there and what's not there and finding this work will fill that space, and you will feel complete. You will feel fulfilled because the job will fill the space that's
Mhm.
missing
Mhm.
inside.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and that's why people spend 8 to 10 hours a day doing the same thing every day.
Mhm.
Because, and it's clearer now than it's ever been because we have more information now than we've ever had.
Mhm.
And you can see now, because of technology, we have
Mhm.
a deeper window into everything that's happening.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
can collect more data. We have more
Mhm.
vision. We're
Mhm.
not just in a little
Mhm.
room and then
Mhm.
going to work in another little room and then coming
Mhm.
back home and being in another little room again.
Mhm.
It's not like that anymore. But everybody is using their job to express their pain. And that pain is something different for everybody because each character is unique. But
Mhm.
the job is an expression of it. And
Mhm.
that's that's why the problems exist.
Mhm.
Because people don't realize that they don't actually need the work to feel complete, but it's the easiest way to complete it, or to feel they don't need it, but it's the easiest way to feel complete. Like you don't need the cigarette, but
Mhm.
it's the
Mhm.
easiest way to solve the problem.
Mhm.
But you don't need the job, but it's easier to have the job. It's easier to fix the role in the job. It's easier to fix the mask than it is to fix the
Mhm.
face.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And I see this now 100% with all of the people that I've worked with.
Mhm.
And it's not something that's good or bad. It's something that just
Mhm.
is. It just is, like there are clouds in the sky and the sun comes up and
Mhm.
we're on a planet flying through space.
Mhm.
It just is. It's the way that we are. And once we understand that the job is an expression of the missing part of ourselves, we can I begin to understand that maybe we are more important than the job. It doesn't mean not do the job. It just means that we begin to understand more about who we are and why
Mm-hmm.
we do what we do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because almost all of us know what we do,
Mm-hmm.
but very few of us understand why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that knowledge of why changes everything for people. And so this week I was talking with this person in personal development about this powerful understanding that the work problem is never the work. It's the person's relationship
Mm-hmm.
to the work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes it's because it's too far away from who they are, and sometimes it's because it's too close to who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different for different people. Yeah, that's why is a final point on this. That's why a lot of people are attracted to professions like teaching or nursing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to help other people.
Yeah.
It's to help fill the missing part of themselves,
Mm-hmm.
which might be that they didn't get the help that they needed when they were young, and so they want to make sure that everybody gets that help.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not something, it doesn't have to be negative, right? It's not, but once we understand that, we can begin a process of what I would call healing. We can begin the process of healing, which is you can still help people and at the same time help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you pour everything out without fixing the hole, you'll just be stuck in the same cycle, the same circle. Because people who have problems in their work need to repair themselves first
Mm-hmm.
before they can fix the work problem. They have to repair themselves. You've seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that in people that you. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's really for me. It's really interesting because I can see it like that. But how do you communicate it to people? Like, it's taken me years to understand this, and maybe 2 years to be able to communicate this to you, who I know really well. Yeah. How do you communicate it to somebody like that? I'm not even sure it can be done. Right? Like, you can't fix anything like that, right? You can't fix cancer like that. You can't build a bridge like that. You can't be done. Yeah. So it's really, really interesting. Because none of us are complete. None of us. There's no such thing as a complete human being. We're all, we're all cracked and chipped and broken, right? Everybody is. Everybody is. Some more than others, some less than others. It's just the way we all are as human beings. And the obesity, just to go back to the original topic, The obesity is all part of that process. It's all part of that cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You reach out, but the problem's in there. You know, you reach out for the you reach out to pick the food off the shelf, but the problem is not on the shelf.
Yes, yes.
Somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.